Mabuhay! I am Kian Mathew Sarinas, a Bachelor of Science in International Culinary Management from BSICM of the Philippines, University Laguna, and for this week, I am going to demonstrate chicken fabrication. Let's start! First, we need to wash our chicken thoroughly to make our chicken clean. Next, we need to pat dry our chicken with the use of paper towels and also remove all physical hazard that can be left in the chicken. We need to cut the chicken buttocks and the wing tip of the chicken. Next, measure the twine to be used. Place the chicken vertically and measure the twine approximately 6 times size of the chicken. To start, we need to get the middle of the twine. Create one running knot to the buttocks. Place on the side of the leg and on the top, and place under the leg and form an H shape on the leg and pull on the side. Pull the twine towards the neck and clip the wing on the twine and create a locking knot on the neck. And you can see in the video, this is one way to see if the twining is secured. Fabrication, spatchcock or butterfly. Run your knife through the backspan of the chicken until you create an equal part end to end. And make sure that the chicken breast is facing down. And after that, simply open the chicken and you have the spatchcock or butterfly chicken. The next one is preparation for chicken halves. Tilt the neck on the one side of the chicken and cut the knife through the center of the breast. Cut end to end until you have a nice clean cut of 2 chicken halves. Next, chicken quarters. Score through the leg and through the breast part, but don't cut through the bone. Locate the bone and simply disjoint and cut through the rib. And there you have it, chicken quarters. The next step is cutting into it. What you want to do is to cut from the thigh part and the leg part and separate it. Again, do not cut the bone, rather disjoint. Next, chicken lollipops. You need to cut near the end of the chicken leg and cut through the cartilage. And after that, pull the meat towards the other side of the drumstick. And you need to remove the tip of the other side of the chicken. As you can see at the video, use the paper towels by grabbing and pulling up the end of the drumstick. This one is to debone a thigh. What you want to do is to create a score on the side of the thigh part. You need to carefully remove the meat from the bone as much as possible to get all the meat from the thigh part. And you must understand that the bone to meat ratio is very important and crucial at this step. You may want to roll out your chicken thigh so you have a clean, boneless chicken thigh. Continuing the 8s, cut the breast part and the wing part. Cut through the tip of the breast and simply disjoint the wing part. Do not cut through the bone. Chicken lollipop from the wing, or you may call it first joint lollipop. Remove the buffalo wing part and gently score through the tip of the bone and continuously cut through the meat from the tip. Pull down the meat and also clean the tip part of the chicken to make it presentable. Second joint lollipop from the buffalo wing. Remove the wing tip, score the tip part to separate the meat from the bone. And you need to remove the second small bone of the wing. And there you have it, second joint chicken lollipop. Deboning of chicken breast. Cut a score near the bone and the meat. Gently insert your finger, slide through the chicken breast. Be careful in doing this process in order to keep the tenderloin attached to the chicken breast. That's all the process of chicken fabrication. Mabuhay! I am Kian Mathew Sarinas, a Bachelor of Science in International Culinary Management from Lyceum of the Philippines, University, Laguna. And for this week, I am going to demonstrate monger. Let's start. First is the squid. Remove the head from the squid body. Grasp the squid tail in one hand. And you need to throw the innards of the squid. And we need to remove also the squid pen from the squid. Next, remove the beak. Beak is a small like round shaped teeth. Next, remove the fin while skinning out the squid. Remove all the skin or the color violet part. Always wash and prepare the squid near the sink. And there you have it, clean squid. In preparation, create an equal part of the squid. Cut into a calamari cut or as desired. All parts of the squid are edible except the innards and the pen. You can also do the scoring process by making small little cuts, but do not cut through the squid. And there you have it, Squid Monger. Next is the shrimp. First, you need to remove the head from the body. Next is to remove the shell if you're preparing tail on. Hold and grasp off the last shell. Next is to cut the top part of the shrimp and remove the intestinal tract or the vein part of the shrimp. Next is to remove the pointy part on the tail. You may score the shrimp to make it into a flat one or a tempura style shrimp. And there you have it, tempura style shrimp. Next, you may repeat the process, but this time remove all the shell including the tail. Repeat the process by debeining and washing the shrimp. And after that, you have a clean cocktail shrimp. Next, you need to do and prepare again the same one. But you need to press it to prepare a buttered fried shrimp. Lastly, preparation for whole shrimp. Cut the antenna and the tail. And clean the tail part of the shrimp. Next, grab a toothpick and place it in the middle part of the shell. And push to remove the intestinal tract or the vein of the shrimp. And there you have it, a clean whole shrimp. And that's all the process in Shrimp Monger. The next one is preparation for round fishes and filleting fishes. First, grab your fish and cut off the fins. Cut everything so it would be easy for you to prepare the next step. Remove the dorsal fins and the spine fins. After that, wash your fish. Always keep in mind that preparing any kinds of seafoods, you must near the sink. Use the back of your knife to gently score off the scales of the fish. Prepare the running water and a colander to catch all the scales. Next, we need to remove the innards of the fish. You may use scissors or chef's knives to gently slice into the belly of the fish or cut through it. Next is gently pull all the innards including the gills and wash it through the running water. And there you have it, a clean whole fish. The next one is filleting. You may use chef's knives or paring knife. Cut through both ends, bias or diagonal. Score the knife through the spine and slowly remove the flesh from the bone. Make sure that you get most of the flesh, instead leaving it attached to the bone. And there you have it, a fillet of fish. Repeat also the other side by cutting the same parts. You may use the carcass of the fish in creating fish stocks. Next, skin the fish by slowly slicing your knife on the center of the meat and the skin. And there you have it, a skinless fillet of fish. And that's all the process in round fish monger. Mabuhay! I am Kian Mathew Sarinas, a Bachelor of Science in International Culinary Management from Lyceum of the Philippines, University, Laguna. And for this week, I'm going to demonstrate different knife skills and basic cuts. Let's start. Needed: carrots, onion, garlic, and onion chives. Next is your chopping board and importantly your chef's knife. First, we have the bâtonnet. We need a peeled carrots and cut it in 2.5 inches. Trim all edges. This will help you to make it stable. Make sure that you have a rectangular shaped carrots. Next, we need to slice it in half, then slice it like this. And there you have it, a bâtonnet cut. Next is the julienne. Same process, we need to use the extra carrots that we have in bâtonnet. Next, slice it like this. Then you have a julienne cut. The next one is the fine julienne. You need to thinly slice the carrot, and as you can see, we need to cut it thinly. Make sure that your hands in a claw position for safety purposes. And you have a fine julienne. Next, we have the foison. This is the perfect shape for foison, and we will cut it thinly as possible. And there you have it, a foison cut carrots. Next one is your carré or your large dice. And we need to cut it like this. And we have your carré or your large dice. The next one is your parmentier or your medium dice. What we need to do is to cut a smaller version of carré. Here you go, a parmentier cut or a medium dice. Next one is your macedon or your small dice, or 3 times smaller than your large dice. We need to cut it into half and slice it like this. Here you go, you have a macedon. Next, we have the rondelle or also known as rounds. What we need to do is to cut it like this. So there you have it, a rondelle cut. Next one is the brunoise or the finest dice. Trim the top part of the onions and cut it into half. And we need to peel off the skin of the onion. The reason why we leave this part untrimmed, it will be more easy on us to cut our onions. Cut the onions like this. After cutting vertically, we need to cut it diagonally. And after that, it's time to cut it like this. And there you have it, a brunoise of onions. Next is the fine brunoise. Same process, but in this case, we need to cut it thinner. First, cut it vertically, then horizontally. And we need to cut it more fine. Now, there you have a fine brunoise. Now, for our mince, we need a garlic. Press it using your knife, then peel off the skin. Then, chop it as fine as you can. And there you have it, a minced garlic. Next, we need to add a little bit of salt to help our garlic to release its natural juices. The last is the chiffonade. And we need an onion chives and chop it as fine as you can. And there you have it, a chiffonade of chives. And that's all for different knife skills and basic cuts. Thank you for watching. May God bless us all.